Hello, guys. Greetings. Good morning. And from my end, my name is Augustine. As usual, I do come around to give us a summary of the mass adoption meeting. By my time, it's about 9 a.m. West African time. And quite unlike me, I will say I'm late for my mass adoption meeting presentation. But nonetheless, I had to come around because a good number of people are not fortunate to take part in the meeting. So they usually look up to this summary, so that's why I actually have to come up to make sure that I give out this summary. So welcome to my broadcast. I happen to be one of the many voices in the Simply Brilliant community. We have so many voices that keep the community informed, and I just happen to be one of them. Of course, Augustine is my name. I reside in Nigeria. I'm one of the many agents in the Simply Brilliant community. We are currently on an Joy G Givers Gain promo where the administration is trying to raise several number of agents that will help the community in feeding the less privileged. Our goal is to end poverty on a global scale, and we're working steadfastly to achieve it. We started this program about 1 week ago, and so far we've made some very tremendous results, and I'm very happy about it. So today in our mass adoption meeting, we're going to talk about how the meeting went, and with that, I will entertain one or two questions. Those who want to ask questions, they can ask their questions and they'll be giving feedback. So, welcome to my channel. Please do well to like this channel, do well to share this video, and then do well to subscribe if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel. I have taken responsibility to keep the community informed, and I think that will be an ongoing thing. Over time, you would see other people like myself would also emerge because they'll begin to see that it's necessary to keep an archive of the growth of the community. When you want to check the history of this community, you can just go to my channel and then watch my videos. I have served the community in sincerity of heart, and I'm still serving because that's my call to service. All right, on that note, I'm going to now share my screen so that we can see a few things. Okay, we are going to take our time to look at a few things, but today's mass adoption meeting hopefully is going to be as brief as possible. Okay, so I want to first of all begin by um, talking about our pancake. Sorry, not pancake. Our blockchain. I've actually shared my screen, so I will refresh my page now, and refreshing my page, we have 7,165. Now, a very quick one about Joy G Givers Gain promo. For those of us who are still trying to get to terms with what it is, Joy G Givers Gain promo is a way the administration has set up the community to become a humanitarian system. We've always been a humanitarian organization, and the phases we are going to go through is number one, Joy G Givers Gain promo. We'll grow our community to a reasonable amount or a reasonable size. We're looking at over 1 million between now and the end of this year. That's what Joy G Givers Game promo will achieve, over 1 million. And somewhere along the line, the administration will introduce our GGR economy. And our GGR economy is going to be a gold-backed economy, literally backed by gold. Now, as I speak to you, the administration needs about 2 million to be able to start up our GGR economy, at least 2 million. Now, some people ask, what's 2 million going to be used for? I will tell you. We are going to continue to stack up gold in our economy as we grow our membership base for our community to remain valid and then, lawful across the world. We have to continue to stack up gold. So for a start, we are going to begin with about $1 million worth of gold. And that $1 million worth of gold will be stored up somewhere around the world. And then that automatically gives us license to begin our gold-backed economy. For every grain of gold you have, there is an equal amount of gold stored up somewhere around the world, which the administration will go into details about over time. Okay, so that there wouldn't be any individual from the government who come in to begin to say things that are not, because we are lawful and our money is backed by gold. So we are grounded to Mother Earth. And then with that, merchants can come in, do business with us, and then with GGR economy, and anytime they want to cash out, they cash out through our exchange. Therefore, we'll also need about 1 million worth of money to add to the liquidity of our exchange. So if you got me right, 1 million for now to buy about a million worth of gold, and the other 1 million is to create liquidity for our exchange. And with that, the administration said that we're going to have BNB, and we're also going to have Binance. Sorry, we're also going to have Bitcoin. These are the two currencies we're going to use that will align with GGR and will also align with FarmWall. There are a lot of things that he will also do concerning FarmWall, which he has not yet begun at the moment. But I can tell you that if things goes as planned, before the end of this year, the worth of FarmWall will be over $1 or about $1. So don't think your FarmWall is worthless. If you're having FarmWall, hold on to your FarmWall. The administration is going to make sure that things will go well before the end of this year. Just enjoy the process. It's a process thing. So back to what I was saying. Our exchange, we should have about 1 million liquidity added to it to have liquidity for for BNB and also for Bitcoin. So with that, it would enable merchants to be able to come in and then swap their currency for GGR, do business with members in the community, and anytime they want to cash out, they can swap back to BNB or swap to Bitcoin, and then they can cash out. And then with cashing out, it's because they want to refill whatever thing they have so that it would retain its purchasing power. You know that inflation is making everything worthless at the moment. And then the worthlessness of everything is making things, go haywire. In the meeting of yesterday, admin said, if we do nothing, the elite has put us in a corner and we are done with. They would control our lives and we are going to be their slaves. And the community was set up to avert such kind of intention. Okay. So members who are agents will come into the community, who are merchants will come into the community, do business with us, and withdraw their money in BNB or Bitcoin. Now, the admin will decide which currency that he thinks will prevail then. But as at the last time he spoke, it was BNB and it was Bitcoin. With these currencies, we can cash out as merchants. And then they are sure that their money would not fluctuate. And then, especially those in Africa, the worth of their money would not become worthless. Because when you look at Nigeria, you find out that our money is becoming worthless. And we are getting to $1 to nearly 1,000 naira. $1 to nearly 1,000 naira. As I speak to you, $1 is over 870 naira. As I speak to you, $1 is over 870 naira, which is becoming something disturbing to us. And I don't think it's going to get better. I actually think it will get worse. I actually think in the next 6 months, it's going to be about 900 or 1,000. And it's going to get much worse by next year. So what else are you going to do? I think the best thing is to keep your money in our gold-backed economy, where you are sure that the money will have what you call a stable value. And I also think that very soon there'll be a re-evaluation of gold. Gold will be re-evaluated because gold is scarce. So for us to have a stable economy and for things to work out well, I think there'll be re-evaluation of gold. Now, if gold will be re-evaluated, do you think that we are going to be on the losing side if our money is backed by gold? Well, I don't think so. Rather, I think we'll be on the receiving end. We'll be on the advantaged side because if we have maybe 50,000 there, the thing will double. It may even quadruple. There are a lot of things the government will come to a conclusion upon between now and the next 1-2 years. So it's going to be in our best interest to start up our GGR economy when we are ready for it. But for now, we are still in our Joy G Givers Gain promo. Okay. So I'm just making you guys understand the basic concept of what the community will achieve very soon. The Joy G Givers Gain promo will generate enough revenue. The administration will have enough revenue through the donors giving. And as long as the donors are giving, then he will have enough revenue to settle our stock money, which is buybacks, which is the bounties for the month of June, and then also for us to have staking, those who wants to get their money, and then for the exchange as well. I think that admin has a very good plan concerning the exchange, and I am hoping that it will all play out this year. Okay, so this is where we are. Let us begin from here. I'm just giving us a highlight. I'm giving us a rundown so that people will know where we are. Okay, so this is where we are, and so far we have about 7,165. And then for the Joy G Givers Gain promo, take notes. You are going to have two categories of people. The first category of people you are going to have are going to be donors. The second category of people are going to be agents. These are the two categories. Now, the donors, if you ask me, I'll refer to the donors as more or less like the employees of the system in the Joy G Givers Game promo. And I would refer to the agents as the CEOs, as CEOs of the system. The responsibility of the donors is to support the agents to do goodwill. That's the responsibility of donors. As at now, you are required to have $10, and then when you give $10, you are giving a 50%, which is $15. So you are having $5 increase. And as soon as you give, you get it back the same day. It may not be in 15 minutes, but the same day. Okay, you can get it in the same day. So let's take note of this. Some of us are concerned about the fact that you get it and then you give it and you get it much later in the evening. It's within 24 hours. But we are looking at, creating a system where you can get it within 15 minutes, okay? So that a good number of people can receive it. Now, I want you to be very clear that in the meeting of yesterday, the administration emphasized that as donors, you are supposed to give $10, and if you have other fundings from other places, you should also support the Joy G Givers Game promo by giving out what you already have. So some of you have money stocked somewhere, maybe in Shiba Inu or some other coins, and it's not yielding. Joy G Givers Gain promo is ensuring that the price of Joy G will keep going up. And it is a certainty based on the conditions that the administration has put out. You don't have a choice. Joy G Givers Gain promo will ensure that the price of Joy G will keep going up, which we are going to go into in details very soon. So the point I'm actually driving at is that for the donors, you don't necessarily have to keep recycling. For the donors, you don't necessarily have to keep recycling. If you have money somewhere, please add to the money that you have already put in. And then after 1 month, check where the liquidity has gotten to. I believe if you have put in $100, after 1 month, you should be having more than $100. You should be having over $100, maybe 150, maybe 200. So this is the mind the administration has told donors to play with, and that those who don't have anything, they can afford to recycle. Those that don't have anything, but there will be conditions that will be placed as regards recycling. If the price drops below a certain level, then it will be suspended for a while until the community unanimously pumps the price to exceed the previous all-time high, which we are going to talk about in details. So I've given us a rundown about the donors. Now, going back to the agents, I've said this several times, but as funny as this may sound, some people has not come to terms with what we are doing yet. So for the agents, they are the CEOs. Their responsibility is to first of all feed the poor, and it is in the hands of the donors to support the agents. The agents has a whole lot of people that will support them, and you as an agent are to solicit for the support of the members of the community. As agents, you have only 10 bullets. As donors have just 10 bullets to support, $1 each for 10 agents. But as an agent, you have a whole lot of ammo to use to feed the poor and do a whole lot of things. But as an agent, you should make yourself likable to the community. As an agent, you are supposed to solicit, advertise yourself to the community. This has been said again and again and again and again, but it looks like the people are not listening to what the administration is saying. I'm actually reiterating what the administration has said. Some people are actually coming to me and saying that they are not receiving fundings. The question is, what have you done in the community since you've been in the community? I mean, do you have a YouTube channel? Your number one tool to help to grow the community is your YouTube channel. But say some people just buy one Joy G and think that it happens like a miracle. No, the people that are donating to you are human beings, they are not robots. They want to see why they will donate to you. They want to have reason why they should give you something. If you are not having reason why you should support them, then some of them will just be there, they won't get anything. So for the part of agents should advertise themselves very well. They should do it so well that the people will like them, and then they will also hold them accountable for how they spend their money. There are some people that has done, goodwill in the community, the likes of Bideric and a whole lot of things will start playing out. You will see his blog, you will see how excellent he has done it, documentations and expenses and all that. You will see it. That's for transparency purpose. Now, the members who have donated to him would have seen that, and they will say, "Oh, this is beautiful," So they'll be impressed and they would want to donate again because they have given him reason. They've had a reason why the money they are giving to them is not in vain. So this is the number of people we are seeing here, and let's go down. Let's go down. So this is our original contract, which is 1 billion. Now this is 100 and originally 111 million, 111,111. And this is, if you sum it up, you find out that it will sum up to 111 million, 111,111. But there are a whole lot of coins that are spread abroad now. So if you look at this, investigating this based on what the administration said yesterday, this is the coins that will be distributed to the members who are agents. As at now, it's about 993. These coins will be distributed to members who are agents. Admin says that there are some coins that are being withheld, which are yet to be given to the members. And the price of Joy G now is not what it ought to be. We are going to go to the price of Joy G soon, and we'll talk about it. So this is the coins that will be distributed to them according to how much they've donated to them for the agents. As I speak to you now, the number of agents are about 383. This is the wallet that people go to put their fundings. Okay, this is the wallet. This is the wallet that will be distributed to the members by the support team. This is the wallet where you will keep your collateral of 1 Joy G. So get it. Now, there are 2 admin wallets here. You want to donate, you'll find out that this wallet is very, very familiar. This is the wallet you do your donations to. You want to donate, not paying subscription fee, donating. You donate. So this is actually now the admin wallet. This wallet has BUSD in it because, of course, you donate in BUSD and then the system pays you out in Joy G. So for the Joy G side of it, this is the coins that is currently in the admin wallet. Now, admin uses this to prop up the price of Joy G. We are going to look at it shortly. I want to give us a history of how this is so that when you look at it, you know which coin is which. Because some people don't even know which is which. Some people were telling me the other time that this is where PancakeSwap is. Some people were telling me that this is the coins that are being stored up in PancakeSwap, which was not so. These are the coins that are stored up by agents, not PancakeSwap. We are going to get there. So as at now, there are 2 coins, 2 wallet addresses. The former wallet address where Enough Joy G was before we started our Joy G Givers Game promo was this one for the admin, which is about 215. It is still there, it's just there, okay? But for now, this is the wallet that the administration is using. As necessary, he's taking up as much supply as possible. He actually, when you see this value go up, it's because he is soaking up the supply from PancakeSwap. Of course, you see it is written in bold, PancakeSwap. So this, you see when the price goes up, you'll find out that some coins are bought here and then some of it goes here. The admin is propping up the supply so that the price can go up. He wants us to begin our donation again. And that's because he wants the price to get to $200. And for it to get to $200, the price here has to go down. But the unfortunate thing that we are seeing is that each time he props up the price, you'll find out that members will sell. And the members that are selling at this level are no more donors, because of course those donors would have exhausted what they have over the past few days. I think it was about 2 days ago the administration blocked the donation. So donors don't have enough armor to fight. It's the agents that have. So I can dare to say that the number of people who are selling are either whales or their agents. The administration has already set up a tracker to follow up on those people. And we're going to get to it shortly. So I've only shown us the main thing. And all these other coins, well, they may be coins belonging to members of the community. Very soon, hopefully this week, we are going to see that all the coins that has been, held by the administration are going to be released. So take note of this particular wallet address. You'll find out that once you see the numbers go down, It means that the coins has been released to the members, and then all these ones who are agents will begin to get their rewards. The admin said that he doesn't want to release it when the price is low. He wants to release it when the price of Joy-G is reasonably high. That is about $200. Now he will release it to those who are following instructions. Those who are not following instructions, who are agents, there will be a penalty to pay. There will be a penalty to pay, which we are going to get to shortly, because it doesn't look like those people have the interest of the community at heart. Doing goodwill is not something to compete about. That Bederick is doing goodwill as an ambassador for Cameroon, and that Augustine should start wanting to do goodwill in a haste. No, it doesn't work like that. If the community is not in a sound state of mind, if the community is not having a positive growth for Joy-G, and I'm so in a haste to do Joy-G, then I'm competing. Competition doesn't play out in this community. People are thinking that competition plays out. You don't gain any title, you don't gain an award if you are able to do 20 goodwills and then everybody knows you are doing goodwill. The purpose of goodwill is to serve humanity. Get the concept. The concept of doing goodwill is not to be known as a goodwill super agent or a goodwill super ambassador. The purpose of doing goodwill is to see that humanity is fed and everybody is happy, because this goodwill will continue expanding until we have covered almost every nooks and crannies of this world. So let's not misunderstand the concept of goodwill, because some people are getting it twisted. Let's not get it twisted. Okay, so I've just given us this. Okay, so let's move to the next phase. Now the next phase is going now to our Joy-G. Let's go into our Joy-G, which is the chart. That's the next phase. And then we go into the last content. Remember that this is the summary of the mass adoption meeting that I'm actually trying to iterate upon. Now, if you look at this, okay, I think the lowest all time, let me see if I can get it. I don't know if it was at this point. No, there was a point it got so low. I'm trying to get there. Okay, I think it's about this 50 something. It was about, yeah, this is it. This is the lowest point, 56. If you're seeing it very well, it's about 56. Of course, everybody has access to the chart. So when you go to the history, our lowest all-time low since this community started Joy-G was about 56, 56.377. And then we started moving, climbing up. And then these things are done by the administration. The administration clearly said it yesterday in the meeting that he is the one manipulating the price of Joy-G to go up. There is nothing natural about the price of Joy-G going up. He is the one doing it. He has all the armor because people pay to him. He has all the armor to pump the price up, and there is nothing evil about it. It's actually a unanimous agreement so that the community would benefit collectively. Okay, so let that be clear. Now, each time he pumps the price up, people will bring it down. He pumps it up, people bring it down. Now the question is, who are these people bringing it down? Well, I think at this level, some of them were donors. You know, they kept bringing it down. And then when you see a sharp turn like this, you know, when you look at the red, you see that these are usually agents. And agents are selling when the price of Joy-G is less than $100. I mean, how reasonable is that agent? From my point of view, the agent needs proper education, because you are not just supposed to sell when you are selling at a loss. Anybody that is an agent that is selling at a loss, I can't sell at this value. The value now is roughly 127. It's at a loss. I can't sell at a loss. If I'm going to make gain on anything I have, it must be over 200. Remember that I received those funds when the price of Joy-G was way above 200. Yes. So I can even decide to wait until the price gets to about 300. It's up to you to decide how you want to go about it. But don't be in a haste to go and do goodwill because others are doing it. The problem people are having is that they want to show that they are doing it. Come on. You're not in competition here. Okay? You should rather do nothing and allow the admin lead the community so that the price goes up. But looks like most people are not doing that. Most people are just wanting to prove a point. We are not in the elite system where we compete against each other to prove a point, to show that you're superior over the other. There is what you call unity, love, and respect. That's our trend in this community. In as much as it is a good thing to do goodwill, don't compete with other people, because you don't know when those people made those withdrawals. It may have been as far back as 2 weeks ago when the price was much higher. So let's not compete. Let's align with what the price is saying. Let's follow what the administration has said so that we will all benefit together. Okay, so let's move on. Now, these things you are seeing here, major rises are all these are admin. Okay, it's very funny that admin pushes the price up, someone else quickly pushes it down. I'm just discouraged with the fact that people are not listening. Are you saying English is their challenge? I wonder. Because as I speak to you, the administration now has set up what you call he's making a record of all those that are selling. And I dare to say that the bulk of the people selling are agents. Pardon me. I dare to say that the bulk of the people selling are agents. How can agents be doing this? Is this not heartlessness? Admin tries to pump it, members try to pump it, and an individual willingly sells to this point. Some of them are selling as much as 2 Joy G. Why are you selling? How much gain will you make when you sell at a loss? How much gain? You bought a thing at $1,000, you're selling it at $500. How reasonable are you? And it's not just there. They do this. Admin pumps it, they push it down again. And admin pumps it, they push it down. Now, admin pumped it this morning. This was done this morning. Look at it. It was at 8:33 by my time. He pumped this price. This was admin. He pumped it to $140. The admin wants us to be able to start up this program today. And an individual, a group of unscrupulous ones, I don't know whether I'm using the right word, but this is selfishness. This is wrong because you should not see something going up. A time will come to sell. A time will come. This is not the time to sell. There is a time for everything. But he did this about less than an hour ago or about an hour ago. And then look at where we are and they are still selling. So how reasonable are these ones? Help me ask them. Because when you come down here, you'll find out that a whole lot of people are selling. This one is $127. This one is at $67. People are trying to pump it, and then some people are selling $112. You see, I'm not saying it is wrong to sell, but this is not the time to sell. There will be a time to sell. This is not the time to sell. Well, you guys can take time to look through it. Now, look at a series of selling activities happening at the same time. And these ones are saying they are members of the community. Well, the administration is slow to act. Well, let me tell you what will happen over time. At this level, we are too early to begin to, enforce things that that is supposed to be enforced. We are too early to do that. Well, I want you to know that very soon the administration will concretize things. He will make it very clear and firm. Once he has done that, and then begins to show us a pattern will follow. If we don't follow those patterns, then there's going to be consequences that will come out. Some of those consequences is that as a donor, you will not receive money in fact, you won't have an opportunity to even deposit. Yes, as a donor, if you continue to violate the instructions when you are not supposed to sell, you sell because you have it in your MetaMask. I want you to know that you will be suspended from being a donor. This is what is going to happen very soon. We are too early to start implementing it, but I am telling you that the implementations will soon start. It is in the hands of the admin to study the trend of how things are and decide. I'm not the admin. I'm not in the position to tell you what he will do, but I'm telling you what will happen definitely very soon. I don't know when, but very soon. If people continue to do it like the elite system where you compete with each other, then you are going to begin to see penalties. You will just find out that you are not able to donate again as a donor. Now, as an agent, you discover that you will be suspended from receiving rewards. That's as an agent. You would not be able to fire again. Community will donate to you and the system will withhold it from you receiving your money. That's because you are competing with your fellow agents. It is a cooperative thing, not a competition thing. I'm moving of the opinion that agents come together and then put their money together to do goodwill. If you are existing within the same geographical location, you should plan things properly. The idea is planning things so that it won't be at the expense of the general community. But take note that things that will cause enforcement will soon start playing out. And if you choose to be careless about it, then at least I told you about it. So I'm not just happy with the fact that admin did this and then be taking us to where we are. We are going back to where we were before. This is supposed to be at 200 and we are already at 128. We must get to 200. We must get to 200 possibly today. And the community has to cooperate. I don't even know whether people will listen. The thing is that I don't know whether it's English that is. I don't know who these people are. I don't just know. But with their common senses, they should know that this is wrong. We are suffering it all together. Well, I've actually made it very clear. It's now up to them to act. If they choose not to act, then the administration will be forced to act. If you look through my previous videos, I talked about the fact that admin knows what to do. You know, as at this weekend, so many people were confused and they were like, "Are you sure this program will continue?" I told them, relax, that you guys should trust the person behind the wheels. That this guy was created to lift humanity out of the morass of poverty. You know, people haven't still gotten it. People think it's a joke. People think that the administration is just there and then, you know, he's doing guessing. Listen, the administration was put out there by our creator to lift us out of the morass of poverty. Those that follow him with their whole heart will be better off. It's not actually sugarcoating. It's not actually enticement. I am telling you what will be. The earlier you believe it and you follow it with your heart, the better for you. But if you choose to use your wisdom to follow it, I can tell you your wisdom will not profit you. You can choose to follow it as you wish. Now, let's continue because we are having a few other things to look at. Now, we're moving into the Kringle Cash back office proper. Now, if you look into the Kringle Cash back office, I want every of my viewers to take responsibility and read everything that you are seeing here. Attention, attention, attention. Okay? Though it's just an attention once, but I'm emphasizing on it thrice. For emphasis sake, important updates below, please read. And the administration has talked about this. This is what the admin is going to use. Between now and September, or before the end of the year, we should be at $5,000. But in 1 month from now, we are going to get to about $1,000. We are not even up to 150. We are not yet at 150. So it's wrong to sell at this point. We're not at 150, so it's wrong to sell. It's wrong, very wrong to sell because we're not at 150. Now, at 150, selling is wrong because we're at the lower limits. So we should get to at least 175 before we can start selling. Now, as it is now, the administration wants to get the price to $200 before we can start selling. So I want to give a shout out to every agent. Don't sell until the price is $200. Agents, don't sell until the price is $200. When it's $200, you can now begin to sell. Even the administration will open it so that donors can also start donating. That's exactly what he will do because admin is also dependent kind of on the donors. Yes, he is. Because for him to prop up the price of Joyg, he must receive in BUSD and then, you know, swap to Joyg so that he props up the price. Of course, you know what I mean. So I don't want anyone to sell based on the recommendation and advice from the admin. Let's wait till it's 200. Once it's 200 and above, you can now begin to sell. But remember that when you are selling and it drops to 150, stop selling as agents and as also donors. The moment it's 150, stop selling. Once you continue selling and it's at 150, you will go into the record book. And the record book is having an archive of defaulters. Like I said, there will be punishments that will follow over time. And the punishments will begin slowly by suspension. And you continually do it, then other things will follow. It should be a system based on love, respect. And when you love your neighbor as yourself, whatever you would do to hurt him or her, you avoid it. So let us not sell until we get to over $200. Okay, so that's it. And then the same thing will continue once we have gotten to 150 and we go below, not 150, sorry. Once it has been pushed to $200, it cannot drop below 160. Once it gets to $200, it should not go below 160. Let this be very clear. We have not even gotten to 150 yet. So originally, when we get to 200, our next all-time low will become 160. So once it is 160, stop selling as a donor, as an agent. Stop selling. Once you sell, you enter into the red book. And of course, you know what the red book looks like, the defaulters group. And if you keep falling into the defaulters group, punishments will start playing out. Admin is not in a haste to do anything called punishment. He is of the opinion that we are human beings and we can be reasonable. But anybody that chooses to fall out of alignment from the community, the admin has no choice. The community must succeed. And if you're going to be the one to stop us from succeeding, you are just one. So it's easy to deal with you. But to be on the safer side, you will gain more if you are in conformation to what the system is doing. So it's going to follow that trend. When we drop below 160, the community will pump it to 190. And then when we drop below 170, the community will pump it to 210. Now, what does this imply? It implies that not every donor will be able to donate the same day. Because if it were to donate the same day, the price will go very low. And that trend of the price going so low will stop. It should stop. In fact, it has already stopped. So once you donate and it drops below a level, you know that you can't donate that day. So therefore, you have to help in pumping it. So if you have money from outside, get it. It's just $10. Put it in and pump the price. This is what will now be. And people who choose to be willfully ignorant and allow it to drop below where it should be, consequences will play out. You'll fall into the red book. And after you've been warned a number of times, you would now start enjoying suffering or suspension. I don't want to call it the other one, but it is suspension. You will be suspended from receiving donations. That is, you will not be allowed to donate for a while. This is what is going to happen. So I want us to be reasonable enough and comply. I hope we will be reasonable enough to comply. So you guys should take your time to read everything here. I've read this before. Read through my previous videos. I've read it before. So finally, we're going to the last thing, and then we'll call it close for today. All right, so the last thing now is to look at the blog, and then that'll be all. So looking at the blog, this is the blog. Refresh the page. So we are making a list of sellers. Don't sell Joy G right now. Admin has said it before, and he's saying it again. Some people are still selling. Admin pumps it, they don't comply. So this is it. And the other one, we are halfway there. As at yesterday, we were 100. Now we are over 100. We have to get to 200 today. Now, this is, if you are selling Joy G, you are selling at a loss. And this was the article. I'm not going to read the article. I believe we've already read it. Okay, so we got down to about 56.4 something. So you see, it's around that price. Admin has good plans for us, and it's in our hands to make sure that we comply. So where it is now, donors cannot donate, and they can't even take part. So the people that have to be looked at carefully are agents. Now, if you are here as a donor and you have created multiple accounts, I want you to know that your account will not be functional. Some people are duplicating accounts, and they are using it to get multiple donations, and then $10 get 50% of it in multiple accounts. They are screwing the system. But I want you guys to know that that era has gone. It is one person, one account. So you are supposed to maximize that account to your own benefits, and then make sure you gain as many Joy Gs as you can. And then that should prop you up to become an agent over time. So those of us who are trying to take advantage of the system, that era has gone. Okay. So one of the things that makes me happy is the fact that admin said which idea is going to pay off better: trading against the admin that will pump or hodl. So admin is trying to tell us that it's not going to make sense to try to trade. It's not going to make sense to you because you're trading to make a little gain, but admin wants to pump it to have over times 100 between now and the end of this year. So putting a little money of $50 multiplied by 100, your $50 can be as little as $100, $500. Your $50 can be as little as $500 by the end of the year. If you put in $100, it can be as little as $1,000 by the end of the year or more. If you put in $1,000, it can be as little as $10,000. Now, these are the things that every member in the community who are having Joy G should look into. And don't get yourself concerned about the short term. Just leave it there and then see how it grows over time. That's what the admin wants us to do. He's saying, I want to drive the Joy G price up to $5,000 before the end of this year. Come on. Why can't we just align with the admin and make this happen? Why? Well, I believe the content has been passed on, and I hope we will comply. So let's conclude on reading this, and then we'll go to questions. So if you're an agent, Don't be in a hurry to sell as we launch this idea. Plus, you don't have to sell all of your Joy G when you are doing this goodwill. So it means you are a kind of whale in the system, and allow the price just to go up. Take in a little chunk, do goodwill, and as members support you, of course, you should know as an agent, you are supposed to continually support the system. You are supposed to continually advertise yourself and be likable to the community. Not the idea of agents coming to the group and supporting or promoting themselves. It doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. Go out there and then solicit to the members who are donors. And as more donors come in and you're able to do something that appeals to their conscience, they will support you. Now, we will send your backup donations soon. And I'm hoping that it happens this week. In fact, I hope it happens between today and tomorrow. I hope we can drive the price of Joy G to about $200 and keep it there or going higher. So admin is actually being clear with his content, and I hope we comply. I hope we follow suit. Okay, I hope today's broadcast was less than an hour, 41 minutes. Not bad. So let me quickly go to question and answer. Hello, Ambassador Augustine. Greetings. The entire SBC community is proud of you. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure. Now, that reminds me, the donations will soon begin. I'm still an agent. I haven't done goodwill and I'm following instructions. So I think we should support me because I'm following instructions. Okay. So as soon as the price of Joy G gets to a reasonable price, I should also have some withdrawals and do some goodwill and document it as well so that the community will see what I'm doing. There is a lot I have to offer the community. Remember that it must be at a convenient price that will benefit me and those who I'm going to give the goodwill items to. If it is not going to benefit me and if it will also not benefit the community, I would not follow. It's not reasonable to sell now because it's not going to benefit me. The price should be over $200 or so before I'm able to go about it. And this should also be the narrative of the agents in our community. If you align, it's going to be easier. If we compete against ourselves, we'll continue to bite ourselves. Let's keep moving. Hello, leader. This is Vincent. Vincent, greetings. It's a pleasure having you on my broadcast. Good morning, leader. Leaders should encourage agents having Joy G already, not to sell below $200. I don't know why agents are selling Joy G right now, distracting the value of Joy G to skyrocket to $200. Yes, this is the challenge. We are having that challenge, and like I said, the administration is keeping a record of all those people. Okay, so hello. I've been lost since TBC was changed to SBC. Can you please tell me what value does my Kringle do to SBC? I think you should go meet a member helper. A member helper should guide you on this. Since you've been lost, go meet a member helper on duty. Let the member helper guide you. I am doing a summary of the mass adoption meeting, and I can't go about explaining in details now. It's actually a whole lot you've missed. So I think you should go meet a member helper, let them brush you through to where you should be now. And I don't know if you have paid your accounts. If you had not paid your account as at last year, if by January of this year your account wasn't active, then you did not take part in the screenshots. So therefore, all of your TBC is now, you may have to start again because whatever thing you had, the wallets are no more useful. Only those who had a screenshots, that is those who had an active account as of January of this year, will have their equal match. And of course, they're also going to be beneficiaries that will get double and quadruple. So those who have inactive account, if you renew your account now, you can get double of it as it is now. If you renew your account, you fell off between January and now. If you come in, you can get double of your account if you were active as of January 1st. But then if you choose not to, then I don't think you are going to have your TBC coins because TBC coins are now Joy G, and Joy G will double and quadruple in this year for the old members. I hope you got that. So go meet a member helper, let them guide you. All right. So the last person is saying thank you, brother, which is Evarist. So is there any other person that has anything to say? Please, if you are tuning into my broadcast for the first time, do well to like. Even if you have been an old time member, do well to like. Liking actually features it more so that members in the community will see and can also act accordingly. Okay. All right. So a quick one. I'm Augustine, one of the members of the Simply Brilliant community. I happen to be the first ambassador for the Simply Brilliant community Nigerian chapter. And as at now, there are multiple number of ambassadors who are now agents. And Nigeria has not done any goodwill yet because the price has been fluctuating up and down. But I can assure you that once the price is stable enough and then it's upward trending, you will begin to see a lot of goodwill play out in Nigeria. Okay. All right. So one of my beloved brothers is saying from Abdulaziz Tunde Abbas. He's actually saying hi. So thank you so much for being on my broadcast. You guys should make your contributions in my broadcast, make your contributions after my broadcast. Let it be an interactive system. It's going to actually help the community to grow so that those who don't know what's going on, they can get informed. Okay. All right. So to save time, I want to stop here. So thank you. Do well to like, do well to share, do well to subscribe to this channel till I come your way again, most likely on Thursday, by the special grace of God. Cheers and God bless you. Bye for now.